Hey, welcome to Senior Solutions. I'm your host, Karen Halloran from Azure Healthcare. And today we have on the show Barbara Buggy and Whendy Kelliher from Comfort Keepers. Thank you so much for coming on the show, ladies.
Oh, thank you, Karen,
Thank
for
you,
having us.
Karen.
We may as well just jump right in and tell us about you and why you chose home care.
Well, you know, it was years ago. My mom was having a tough time at home, and I just felt like I needed to have someone be there with her. And then I started hunting down, and I saw Comfort Keepers, and then I loved Comfort Keepers, and I decided to go ahead and buy a Comfort Keepers.
So you're the owner.
I am, and I totally love it.
That's
Yeah.
great. I know you do a great job. I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
People are always happy with your services.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
So Whendy, tell us about you.
Yeah, sure. So I've been a nurse for 24 plus years and started out in many different levels of nursing in areas. Karen and I, we work together in the skilled area. So just comparing from hospitals to skilled to home care, I realized that being in home care, you're able to have a personal touch. And I think we make a bigger difference instead of, just seeing patients in a hospital. Spending time with them in home care seems to be more of my passion.
That's great. I know
Yeah.
you're very passionate with everything you do.
I am.
What do you think separates you from other home care agencies?
Well, I think that we like to put a spark of joy every day in someone's life. And also we like to do interactive caregiving, which, we're not just doing the laundry for them. Maybe we're going to sit on the couch and fold it together, or bake that carrot cake they used to always love to bake. And, even though they maybe can't do the whole directions of it, but help them stir and go through it like that. I think that brings a spark of joy.
That's great. Why don't you tell us about your role? I know we touched upon that you do only home care agency, but
I
what
do.
is your role?
So my role there is basically I do everything and anything that needs to be done, but I really like to get involved in my clients. I really know my clients as far as what they like. I like to go visit them. We like to have a cup of tea together. I have a lot of great bonds with my clients, and it's really important that I feel as though I need to get to know everyone.
I think that's wonderful. You said one thing about involving them. Doing the laundry. A lot of times they're bored at home.
Yeah.
It's nice to give them a task to do. Everybody wants to, feel like their day is really, making a positive impact. So that's great.
It is, just to keep them busy, and maybe we go out, we go shopping, go out to lunch, things like that. I think it's important to keep everybody busy and get them outside.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wendy, what is your role with Comfort Keepers?
Yeah, sure. So technically my title is sales and marketing, but because I'm a nurse, I'd like to present it as a clinical nurse specialist, because with sales, I rather treat it as education and working as a team. I find that what sets us apart with my role is that because I'm a nurse, I can go in, I can assess, and develop a care plan unique to that particular person. And like Barbara said, teamwork, going in, following up, I think just elevating the spirit, it helps them feel more like not getting care, but a companion type.
That's great.
And they're connected.
It's a connection.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
connection.
So what services do you offer?
We do companionship right to hospice. We do a lot of, depends on what level. Are they at home? Are they in assisted living? It just depends on what is needed.
That's great. Who would benefit from your service?
Well, I think the person that would benefit would be anywhere from home care to assisted living, depending on their needs. If a family member goes in and they made their moms a bunch of meals and they found them not eaten, I think that would be us going in, making sure that things are being done.
I also feel anyone would benefit in terms of from companionship to activities of daily living. If you find that, yourself, you're out in the community and you feel like, geez, I'm not able to do what I used to be able to do before, I could use a little help, and also like the company. So I think it just varies depending on your needs.
Right.
Yeah.
People love companionship.
They do, and I think it's important today where people want to stay home,
Yeah.
they want to be in their own environment, you know. So I think that brings us to what setting can you provide services in?
Well, home care or
Yeah,
assisted living?
I find that most of the time, being at home, everybody would like to age in place, correct? So the home setting, but we're not limited. We could help when someone's in a hospital if they
Which
need
we
some
have
help.
been doing that
Yeah.
a lot lately.
Acute rehabs. There's times when people need some help there, or even in assisted living, or a skilled nursing facility. If someone needs a little help, memory care is a big one as well.
yeah.
I bet.
If someone's on memory care and you want to make sure that they're really getting the attention that they need, it's nice to have an extra person there to be an advocate.
So what geographical area do you cover?
We have 2 offices. Our offices are in Stoneham and then in Beverly. And we cover basically the North Shore area and then the Middlesex area. So it just depends on, right from Melrose, Stoneham, Wakefield, all the way to Beverly, Gloucester, that whole area.
That's great. You have a large territory.
We do.
We do.
That's awesome. When is the appropriate time to call for services? I think this is a big question,
It's a
right?
great question.
It is a great question. I would probably, if I noticed my mom maybe in the same outfit for a few days, I might say, look at something like that. Also, I would look at the food in the refrigerator. If I brought, 3 meals a day and they're still there, is she eating properly?
Yeah, not to interrupt, but I like to get the call prematurely.
Yes.
So if someone wants to be educated, we'd be happy to come out and just educate about the services. We want to
Yes.
be an advocate for that particular client or person at home. So I think the sooner the better. That way they're educated to know and what their services are available for them. I just
agree,
think, the sooner the better.
That's great.
Yeah.
What message would you like to send out to the community?
Well, I would like to have anyone call if they have any questions. Even if they're not ready for home care, please call our office. We're a very friendly office. We love to talk to people, guide them in the right direction. We will come out and do a free assessment in the home or the hospital or the rehab, wherever they are. And, we just want to get the word out there. There's a lot of people that are lonesome at home. They need a little bit of help, and we're here to help. We have friendly aides. I've had a lot of my CNAs and HHAs with me for a very long time. We're a family. We love in the community,
Yeah.
That's great. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how would they do so?
I would just say call the office. Our phone number is 978-664-6700. That's going to reach the Stoneham office and the Beverly office. It merges into one.
Well, that's great information you've given us. I'm sure you've answered a lot of questions for people at home. Okay, so I'd like to wrap up the show with 3 questions. So here we go. Barbara, tell us a fun fact about you.
Fun fact, I like to put my tool belt on and do construction work. I love it.
That's great.
Like to knock down walls and re-put up walls. I love it.
You would never think that.
I love it,
That's
yeah.
great. Whendy, tell us a fun fact about you.
Sure. So fun fact, prior to my nursing career, I was a hip-hop singer.
Whoa.
So lots of fun back in the day.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
That's great.
That's great. So another question is, we love animals on the show. Do you have any pets?
I do. I have a little dog. She's a Shorkie. Her name is Buttons, and I just love her to pieces.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm an animal lover. Unfortunately, I just lost both of my dogs. Yes,
Oh.
Hunter and Charlie.
Oh,
But I'm getting ready to have another dog.
Oh,
So in
nothing
the market,
like a puppy.
nothing like a puppy. So I'm in the market, but I do. I absolutely love animals.
And the final question is, summer is here.
Yes.
Do you have any vacation plans?
I do. I have a big trip coming up. I'm going to Italy in September.
Lucky you.
It got postponed. It was an anniversary present, and because of COVID, we had to set set it back. So
Have a great time.
thank you.
Whendy, any plans for you?
For the summer, just probably local trips. Probably go to the Cape to go see my family. Yeah.
Cape is always nice.
Yeah.
Love the Cape.
Especially during this time of
Yeah.
year. Well, I'd really like to thank you for coming on the show today. You're a wealth of knowledge. I'm sure everybody at home has learned a lot. And if you'd like to get in touch with Whendy or Barbara, please see the information at the end of the show. And I'd just like to say thank you for joining us today. Until next time, have a great day.